Hey KU fans, welcome back to KU Sports Extra here at Vivint Smart Home Arena.
Nailed it.
Man, by Saturday I'm going to have that flowing.
Yeah. Super
flowing.
easy to say.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter what it's called or how you say it. All that matters is it is now officially the site of a KU victory. KU wins it 87-53, the second largest first round win under Bill Self at Kansas. That's significant. I mean, you know, this guy has lost a couple in the first round. He's had a couple of scares as a top seed.
Sure.
And today, nothing scary about that game unless you were in the Northeastern huddle.
I mean, I was blown away by how easily KU put Northeastern away, and I think there was just so much build-up and so much talk about Northeastern's three-point shooting the past week.
Yeah.
I mean, it had to help KU.
Oh my gosh, you had one thing to focus on, right?
Right, yeah.
Just don't let them kill you from deep.
Yeah.
And I agree. I think you lock in on that.
Yeah.
Now, there's way more that goes into it.
Right.
It's five guys playing team defense. It's switching. It's communicating. It's not just get a hand up. But that's part of it, and they did. I'm with you. They played great defense. They made it hard, and they made it hard from the first possession all the way through the end. It was really impressive. I mean, the third time all year that Northeastern scored less than 60 points. That's
unbelievable.
Incredible.
Great defensive job by KU. They Northeastern hit 3 of its first 5 3-pointers and finished 6 for 28.
There you go. What's that tell you? Do the math real quick.
I'm going to do the math off the top of my head. 3 for 25 after that, right?
This guy, right?
3 for 23?
3 for 23. 3 for 23. Either way, 21%.
Yeah.
They came in shooting almost 40%, 38.8. Yeah, clearly a focal point for KU's defense and for the game. I mean, you got the sense all week, but also after tonight's game, you got the sense that the idea in the Kansas locker room was, we'll get our offense. It'll come. If we're patient and we run our stuff, we have more athletes and more size, and we'll get our stuff. Our only focus is to play defense and play the kind of defense that'll win this game for us, and it obviously worked.
Well, yeah, I was talking with Marcus Garrett in the locker room after the game, and he brought up, you know, they got those same shots against Iowa State. They just missed them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, they just finished tonight. They finished inside. Devon Dotson finished at the rim.
Sure.
Diedrich had a great game.
Yeah.
So
he still missed a couple he shouldn't have
sure.
missed. You know, I mean, what was he, 9 of 16? He should have been 11, 12 of 16. But nobody's complaining. 25 and 11 for him. 13 points for his younger brother.
But younger by class, older by age.
There you go. You got it. Yeah. But what a game for those two. Their mom and dad were in the crowd. They don't get to very many games. Number one, because their dad's still coaching their 2 younger brothers. They just won a state title back in Memphis, and so they haven't been able to get away as much. And there was mom in her number 1 Diedrich jersey, right first row behind the bench. That was a cool sight. I mean, that's what this is all about. Obviously, for the coaches and the players, it's surviving events, and it's high stakes, it's high pressure stuff. But this event is so much fun, and whether you're filling out a bracket, or you're watching with your friends, or you go to Vegas, or whatever you do, this thing is to be celebrated. And a lot of people talk about the Thursday of the NCAA tournament, the opening Thursday, should be a national holiday.
Today is a national holiday.
It should be. That one and the Monday following the Super Bowl. Those are 2 that, you know, if I were president someday, I would executive order those in. But anyway, let's get back to this game. The Lawsons were fabulous. I wrote my whole game story about that. Just to me, this is something they've been waiting for their whole lives. That, you know, they didn't get to play in the tournament at Memphis. They wanted this. That's why they came to Kansas. And then to go out there and your first crack at it after sitting there all last year, watching Devontae Graham lead that team to the Final Four and being a part of that team, but not being able to be on that team. I think these guys took full advantage of their opportunity and also had a lot of fun. I think the reason they played so well is because they weren't tight. The Lawson brothers just went out there and did what they've done their whole lives. That's play, win, have fun, put some points on the board, laugh, you know, that kind of stuff. And I think that was contagious too. Devon Dotson was tops in the ratings, though. I thought he was tops on the floor. I think he was the best player in the gym. You wrote about that in your column.
Yeah, he controlled the game.
Yeah,
I mean,
they had no answer.
It was clear that he was the fastest player on the floor, and he made up his mind very early on. Okay, I can get by anybody. I'm going to do it in the open floor. I'm going to do it in the half court, and I'm going to just make everything easier for everybody else around me. I mean, KU scored 17 fast break points today. Devon Dotson had 12.
There you go. I would have guessed 17.
Yeah, right, exactly. I mean, that's how good he was.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just time after time after time, him blowing by people. And then he's obviously, we both asked him, I think, about his ankle afterward. And he had it untaped and kind of stretched out in front of him, but I mean, he thought it was fine.
Yeah.
He'll ice it tonight, and he expects it to be basically 100%.
Sure. Yeah,
so.
It'll be sore tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
But they get world-class treatment and lace that thing up, tape that thing up, tighten it up. He'll be fine. He came back in.
Yeah, and he wasn't
important.
He came in and he playing on that a little bit injured left ankle, goes and gets a steal, takes off the other way, takes a massive hit, hard foul, bounces right back up, makes free throws.
By the way, up 28 when you're doing that.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
no reason for that.
Game was over. They didn't even need that from him.
No.
There he was going and making an aggressive play.
Yeah.
I mean, great mindset from him, and I think that kind of speaks to how tough he is and just like how driven he's become and how much more comfortable he's getting this late stage in the season.
That's a great point. So Kansas moves on to the second round. They will face Auburn, fifth-seeded Auburn Tigers, who survived a former Kansas team opponent, New Mexico State, in the first round before the KU game today. They were up 8 with 2:15 to go. Turned it over twice on the inbounds after a New Mexico State bucket. Maybe a third time late. I mean, it was an absolute disaster.
Yeah.
New Mexico State went to the free throw line down 2 for 3 attempts with 1.7 seconds left. Missed 2 of them.
I felt
it was insane.
I felt when he missed the first one and had the reaction.
Yeah.
That it wasn't going to go well.
Right. Then he hit the second.
He did, but
missed the third.
Yep.
The third goes out of bounds off of Auburn.
Right.
New Mexico State gets one more crack.
Still had a chance.
Wild finish. Auburn finished 4th in the SEC, tied for 4th. They did win the SEC tournament, but they have also played 5 games in 7 days.
Yeah.
And they have to play another one in 2 days. So we'll see if that becomes a factor or not. It's certainly not something that's bad news for Kansas.
No.
Especially when you look at the fact that Auburn's strength is its guards and athleticism and speed, and they fly around. They do play 10 guys, so the fatigue might not be there quite as much. But
they got some big bodies inside.
Yeah.
That's going to be a little different for Diedrich.
No doubt, yeah. It's going to be a great matchup. It's a 4-5 game. It's everything a 4-5 game should be. The winner goes to Kansas City in the Sweet 16. We'll be here all day Friday, kind of previewing that. I can't wait to talk about Bruce Pearl. I'm excited to hear stories about Bruce Pearl. You know they have stories. Bruce Pearl is a great coach and a maniac, and we get to watch him on Saturday. No game time as of the filming of this, so check out KUsports.com for that. Don't know when it'll be. They wait until all the games are over and then set the matchups based on those sexy TV games. So whether KU Auburn's sexy enough, we'll see. I'm hoping for the afternoon.
Yeah,
this was
terrific.
good. This was good.
I like the afternoon game. Let's do that again.
KU wins it, 87-53. A couple guys in that locker room said, "Yeah, we wanted to make a statement." Not a lot of people have the same faith they have in normal Kansas teams. And we're still here, and we're still playing. And you know, I don't think that was driving them. I think that they wanted to win the game.
Yeah.
But I think they wanted to play well and show people that, hey, we've still got a shot here. We've still got a pulse. So they're alive and well, survive in advance. 87-53. KU's headed to the second round, and we'll have all kinds of coverage from Salt Lake City here at the Vivint Smart Home Arena. That's how you do it.
Much faster.
Friday, Saturday, game time, all that stuff. So keep it to KUsports.com for all your coverage. And we'll talk to you guys again real soon. Thanks for checking out KU Sports Extra.